with me now, Patti Stanger from Millionaire Matchmaker, and I'm so excited you're here. Huge fan of the show, Patti.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. I kind of want to start off with the title of the show, because a lot of people hear the title and they think the term gold digger.
Of course.
How do you respond to that? Because I've read your book. This is my copy of your book. I love your book. You make a distinction between the idea of gold digging and marrying for money. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Most women today, are looking for the hunter male, and they want to be able to have the option of staying home and raising the kids, because we're finding out that, kids, when they're latchkey kids and they don't have proper supervision, they're acting out, thus creating, discipline problems. So if you could stay home for the first 4 or 5 years, in the formative years of your child's life, it takes bank.
Yeah.
I mean, the economy crashed, and where are you going to find a rich guy to take care of you? Whereas your job is just as important as his, but then you form a union together. Absolutely.
But you also encourage women to get out there, get happy, get financially independent before they come into this relationship,
you always
right?
have to have stash cash, is what I call them, just in case of a situation like the economy crashing or any type of natural disaster like an earthquake or a hurricane. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So you always have to have your own financial independence.
Now, I want to congratulate you, first of all, because I know you're engaged. You're going to be getting married. We've been following that on the show. That's wonderful. So how has it changed for you being a matchmaker now that you're an engaged woman soon to be married? How is your advice received differently?
Well, the pressure's off. No one's going, what's wrong with you? And I'm in my 40s, and it wasn't an easy road. I had broken every rule, as you read in the book. But I think my wisdom has changed where I'm a little more open-minded to people who are divorced. Like, divorce is the best kept secret when it comes to finding a mate, a divorced man, divorced woman. They've been claimed once before. They know how to be in a relationship. They just didn't meet the right person at the right time, or they outgrew each other.
I love that you matchmake for men, women. Sometimes the woman is the millionaire.
Yes.
Gay, straight. I love all that. So real quick, but your advice for women is very, very specific. So real quick, give me your top 3 tips for women out there wanting to meet a millionaire.
Well, first place you got to hit is a steakhouse, because men love to eat steak. And the second thing is women need to retain their anonymity, which means you're not giving your power away. Like if you go, I always say those who travel in packs do not attract. So when you go to the restaurants, go by yourself, smile, get a great book, know the score on TV, and smile to signal him to come over. And the third thing is be receptive. When he hands you his business card and says, hey, call me, he wants you to chase him. So the thing is, say, I'm real old-fashioned. Here's my card. Why don't you call me?
So now your 4th season is upon us.
Yes.
You've made a switch. Cupid arrows are flying in the Big Apple in the New York area.
Yeah.
How is that going to change your approach? I know in your book it said in L.A. there are 40,000 more single men than women. In New York, it's reversed.
Yes. Well, there are 5 women to 1 guy. It sucks.
Bad.
And I just came back from there, and they're kind of city snobs, the girls. They only want to date in the city. They don't want to go to the suburbs, which is the best kept secret. Because when a guy spends money on a house, he wants to settle down. He's marriage-minded. He's not marriage-minded when he lives in a cubicle, 400 square feet.
And how are you finding women's responses to dating outside of the Big Apple?
Well, women all over the country are finding it harder and harder. And I think what you have to do is you have to separate yourself from your girlfriends and go where the men are. Like go to electronic shows, go to Comic-Con. Yeah,
she really does go through it in her book, Becoming Your Own Matchmaker, of all the great places you can go to meet men. And the one last thing I want to leave it on is, let's face it, we all don't look like supermodels.
Yes.
One of the things that you say is, men want happy women. Smile, be happy, get yourself happy.
Only in LA do they need skinny and skanky. Everywhere else, they want real women with curves and junk in the trunk.
All right. Patti Stanger, thank you so much. You can catch all new episodes of Millionaire Matchmaker on Bravo, 10/9 Central.
When it's 7 o'clock in Hollywood, do you know what the stars are doing?
TV Guide Network does.
Hollywood 411, weeknights at 7/6 Central on TV Guide Network.